Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Zen Manga here. Hope everyone is having a great day. And we just got a recent trailer or a cinematic trailer for Injustice 2, and let me say it looks amazing. So far, the whole premise, it seems very story bound, why I love Warner Brothers games. They put a lot of creativity and work into their storyline based games, just like Mortal Kombat. So I just love what they do in terms of the hard work and the detail that they put into their stories. I love the fighting game mechanics as well, but that accompanied with a great storyline just makes the game so wholesome for that matter. So within the trailer, we see snippets of someone who is the narrator talking, and we get to know who that is towards the end of the trailer. Something for me, I'm not too sure. Maybe some of you guys could clarify this if you played Injustice 1. I'm not too sure if what we see in the trailer for Injustice 2, with Superman being bound to the chains, is that the Superman from the alternate timeline, or is that our Superman from the main timeline, so to speak? So I'm wondering if what's happening in Injustice 2 is what basically everything came to light, right? Within the alternate timeline, within Injustice 1, what happened was the Joker basically killed, he set up a bomb, and the bomb essentially killed Lois Lane and their unborn son, so to speak, or their unborn child. So I'm wondering if, this is the main universe, but everything kind of came to light within the timeline. I might be totally wrong about this, or maybe I need to go back and play Injustice 1. But I'm interested to see how the story progresses. The one thing I would hate to see, and this is again my opinion, is I would hate to see alternate versions of characters from an alternate timeline. Maybe if it's just Superman who just came from the timeline, that would be alright. But fighting like an alternate version of Green Lantern, alternate version of like Batman or Cyborg, that doesn't really spark too much interest for me. But I would love to see if everything that they were potentially trying to prevent came to light in the main universe or the main timeline for Injustice. So let me know what you think about that part. But I'm really excited to see Damian Wayne. I'm excited to see Poison Ivy. I'm excited to see Braniac, and I'm also excited to see Darkseid. So those are some of the characters that were teased within the trailer. They look amazing. Overall, the aesthetics, we didn't see any gameplay for those characters, but I could only imagine how some of those characters will be. Poison Ivy, she's going to be a melee, a close range, and a long range character. She could control plants, and she probably could control a plethora of different types of plants that will fit different gameplay mechanics for whoever is playing. Darkseid, we already know, is he's a brawler, but he has long range attacks, which is his eye beams. Braniac, I'm not too sure what kind of character he's gonna be, but I'm gonna go with like he's a mix too of both close range and also long range. I would bet more on the long range because we haven't seen that much of Braniac fighting within the comic books. Fighting in the sense of like punching and kicks and things like that. He relies more on his wit, so he might be more of a trap-based character. So excited to see that. We also saw some other characters that will be in the game, such as like Bane. Glad to see him back. And Superman, Supergirl, Batman, Wonder Woman, other characters. So really excited to see those characters, especially the inclusion of these new characters. I'm really interested for the storyline because I want to see if it connects to Injustice 1 in terms of the Superman who was in the alternate timeline. Did he get released and now he's wreaking havoc within the main timeline, or is it the Superman of the main timeline basically went through this similar events which led to him basically going crazy, because as it seems with the story, it seems like Braniac is kind of watching all of this unfold, and he's basically like, the superheroes are kind of like a cancer to the planet, and they can't even do what they originally intended, so now I have to take them out. I love the quote about, they have to be redrawn, right? So it seems like he's the mastermind, or he's going to kind of bring together kind of like a manipulative type of plan where maybe they're going against each other so that he could take them out on an easier platform. So let me know what you think about the trailer. Let me know what you think about the gameplay and mechanics and the storyline. Give me some insight about the storyline, because I feel like I have to play the first Injustice again to kind of get more in-depth insight into what might be happening. All right, everyone. So take care and hope you're having a great week. All right. Subscribe, like, everything for that matter. Thanks for the support, everyone. Bye-bye.